Welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to show you how to cook a bloody brilliant 7-course keto meal that'll leave your guests absolutely gobsmacked. We're talking restaurant quality dishes here, but don't worry, you won't need a Michelin star to pull it off. We're ditching the carbs, but we're not skimping on flavor. This menu's packed with fresh, delicious ingredients that'll have you feeling satisfied and energized. Get ready to impress, because this is keto cooking done right. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing recipes, and check out the link in the description for more tips on low-carb living. Now, let's get this show on the road. Alright you lot, let's kick off this keto feast with a bang. We're starting with a keto avocado shrimp cocktail that's bursting with fresh flavors and will have your guests wanting more. First things first, grab yourself some beautiful plump shrimp. We want them cooked to perfection, nice and pink, not rubbery like those disasters I've seen on Hell's Kitchen. A quick sear in a hot pan with a touch of butter and garlic is all they need. Now, let's talk avocado. We're not talking about those sad brown avocados, no way. We need ripe, creamy avocados that are practically begging to be scooped out. Once you've got those, give them a good mash with a fork, a squeeze of lime juice, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Next, finely dice some red onion and tomatoes. A little bit of red chili will add a nice kick, but if you can't handle the heat, stay out of my kitchen. Just kidding, you can leave it out. Now, for the secret weapon, a good glug of olive oil, a splash of red wine vinegar, and a handful of chopped cilantro. Mix it all together and you've got yourself a dressing that's bursting with flavor. Time to assemble. Grab your cocktail glasses and layer in the avocado mixture, shrimp, and the vibrant salsa. Finish with a sprig of fresh cilantro. And there you have it, a keto avocado shrimp cocktail that's as impressive as it is delicious. Now, let's move on to the second course, a velvety, smooth, creamy cauliflower soup that'll warm you from the inside out. Don't even think about reaching for those canned soups. This is the real deal, and it's easier than you think. Start by chopping up a head of cauliflower into florets. We're also going to need some diced onions and garlic because, let's be honest, what's a good soup without them? Heat up some olive oil in a large pot and add the onions. Cook them down until they're nice and translucent. Then toss in the garlic and cook for another minute until it's fragrant. Now, add the cauliflower florets to the pot, along with some chicken broth or vegetable broth, if you prefer. Bring it up to a boil, then reduce the heat and let it simmer until the cauliflower is tender. Once the cauliflower is cooked through, it's time to blitz this soup into oblivion. A good immersion blender will do the trick, but a regular blender works too. Just be careful not to burn yourself. To make this soup extra creamy, we're adding a secret ingredient, cream cheese. Stir it in until it's melted and the soup is silky smooth. Season it with salt, pepper, and a pinch of nutmeg for that extra touch of warmth. Ladle the soup into bowls and garnish with some chopped chives or parsley. There you have it, a creamy cauliflower soup that's so good you'll want to lick the bowl clean. Let's be honest. No meal is complete without a fresh and vibrant salad, and this Greek salad with feta is no exception. It's packed with crisp vegetables, salty feta cheese, and a tangy dressing that will have your taste buds singing. First things first, let's chop up some fresh vegetables. We're talking juicy tomatoes, crunchy cucumbers, crisp bell peppers, and a good handful of Kalamata olives. Remember, we want this salad to be a feast for the eyes as well as the stomach, so make it look beautiful. Now, let's talk feta. Don't you dare buy that pre-crumbled stuff. Get yourself a block of good quality feta and crumble it yourself. Trust me, it makes a world of difference. For the dressing, we're keeping it simple, but flavorful. Whisk together some olive oil, red wine vinegar, a squeeze of lemon juice, dried oregano, salt and pepper. You want a dressing that's tangy and bright, not too heavy. Now, toss the vegetables, feta and dressing together in a large bowl. Be gentle, we don't want to bruise those beautiful vegetables. To finish, sprinkle over some dried oregano and a pinch of sumac, if you have some. This salad is best served fresh, so dig in and enjoy the taste of the Mediterranean. All right, meat lovers, it's time for the star of the show. A perfectly cooked garlic butter steak that will have you drooling. We're going for a juicy, flavorful steak with a crispy sear that's worthy of a Michelin star. First things first, choose your cut. A nice ribeye or New York strip is perfect for this recipe, but feel free to use your favorite. Make sure the steak is at room temperature before you start cooking. Now, let's talk seasoning. We're keeping it simple with salt, pepper, and a touch of garlic powder. Generously season both sides of the steak. Don't be shy. Heat up a cast iron skillet over high heat until it's smoking hot. We want that steak to sizzle as soon as it hits the pan. Add a knob of butter and some olive oil to the pan. This will prevent the butter from burning. Carefully place the steak in the hot pan and don't touch it. We need to develop a beautiful crust. Sear it for 2 to 3 minutes on each side, depending on your desired level of doneness. Now, here's where the magic happens. Add a knob of butter, some crushed garlic cloves, and a sprig of rosemary to the pan. Tilt the pan and use a spoon to baste the steak with the melted butter. This will infuse it with incredible flavor and keep it juicy. Once the steak is cooked to your liking, transfer it to a cutting board and let it rest for a few minutes. This allows the juices to redistribute, ensuring a tender and flavorful steak. Slice the steak against the grain and serve it with a drizzle of the garlic butter sauce from the pan. There you have it, a garlic butter steak that's cooked to perfection. All right, you lot, while that steak is resting, let's whip up a side dish that's as delicious as it is healthy. Zucchini noodles with pesto. It's a light, refreshing alternative to traditional pasta that won't weigh you down. First things first, grab your zucchini and a spiralizer. If you don't have a spiralizer, you can use a vegetable peeler to create long, thin ribbons. We're looking for noodles that are roughly the same thickness as spaghetti. Now, heat up a large skillet over medium heat and add a drizzle of olive oil. We're not going to overcook these noodles. They just need a quick sauté to soften them up. Add the zucchini noodles to the skillet and toss them around for a few minutes until they're heated through and slightly wilted. We don't want them to turn to mush. While the noodles are cooking, let's make the pesto. In a food processor, combine fresh basil leaves, pine nuts, grated Parmesan cheese, garlic cloves, olive oil, salt and pepper. Blitz it up until it forms a smooth paste. Now, toss the zucchini noodles with the pesto until they're evenly coated. You can add more or less pesto depending on your preference. Serve the zucchini noodles with pesto alongside your perfectly cooked garlic butter steak for a complete and satisfying meal. This side dish is so good, you won't even miss the pasta. Just because we're eating keto doesn't mean we have to skip dessert. This keto chocolate mousse is rich, decadent, and guilt-free. It's the perfect way to end our 7-course keto feast. First things first, Grab a heat-proof bowl and add some chopped dark chocolate and a splash of heavy whipping cream. We're going to melt this together over a pot of simmering water, creating a silky, smooth chocolate base. While the chocolate is melting, let's get started on the mousse. In a large bowl, beat some heavy whipping cream until stiff peaks form. Don't overbeat it, or you'll end up with butter. Now, gently fold the melted chocolate mixture into the whipped cream. Be careful not to deflate the mousse. We want it light and airy. For an extra touch of indulgence, stir in a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. This will enhance the chocolate flavor and make the mousse even more irresistible. Divide the mousse into individual serving dishes and place them in the fridge to chill for at least 30 minutes. This will allow the mousse to set and develop its incredible texture. Before serving, garnish the mousse with some fresh raspberries and a sprinkle of cocoa powder. There you have it, a keto chocolate mousse that's as impressive as it is delicious. To finish off this keto feast, we're serving a refreshing and palate-cleansing lemon cucumber mint water. It's the perfect way to hydrate and refresh after such a flavorful meal. Start by thinly slicing a lemon and a cucumber. We want those beautiful flavors to infuse the water, so don't be shy with the slicing. Next, grab a handful of fresh mint leaves and give them a good clap between your hands. This will release their refreshing aroma and enhance the flavor of the water. Add the lemon slices, cucumber slices, and mint leaves to a large pitcher. Fill the pitcher with ice-cold water and give it a good stir. Let the water infuse in the fridge for at least 30 minutes before serving. This will allow the flavors to meld and create a truly refreshing beverage. When you're ready to serve, pour the lemon cucumber mint water into tall glasses filled with ice. Garnish each glass with an extra slice of lemon and a sprig of fresh mint. There you have it, a refreshing and flavorful way to end our 7-course keto feast. Well, there you have it, a 7-course keto meal that's guaranteed to impress. Remember, cooking should be fun, so don't be afraid to experiment and add your own personal touch to these recipes. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing keto recipes. And don't forget to check out the link in the description for more tips on low-carb living. Until next time, keep cooking like a boss.